Thunderbowl set to kick off. Here's Greg O'Donnell's put the ball on the tee. It'll be Dustin Rivas and DJ Hubbard back deep to receive the kick for Mesa. They stand at their own goal line. About set to go. The battle for the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference title on the line here today from the Thunderbowl. Joe, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Let's do it. And O'Donnell is into it. Here's the kick, sails it high and deep. It's going to make its way into the end zone, and they're going to fake a little reverse and run it up the middle across the 10, 15. They got an opening. Across the 20, 25, 30, cutting back inside, and O'Donnell makes a saving tackle. So big third down here early in the game in Thunderbolts territory from the 47-yard line. They give it up the middle, and it goes nowhere. The Thunderbolts defense rises to the occasion, and they throw 10 for a yard loss back to the 48-yard line. Big cushion on this left side. Could run a bubble screen. Let's see how they shift around here. Boyd now on the left side. Thompson from the gun. Takes the snap. Here comes Max pressure. They set up the screen right side. Caught by McDonald. He's got a clear field. 20, 25, 30. Stumbles a little bit. Comes out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That little stumble might have prevented an even bigger gain there, but man, did they set that up beautifully.
I'm going to have to look at the stats, but I don't know how many passes Cameron McDonald has caught this year. Not many. Csu-Pueblo used to be a great screen team, and they would run them to certain personnel, but I don't think he's caught 5 passes this year.
That gets them out from the shadow of their own goalpost. They're out to the 42-yard line.
35 yards.
So now they go to a power formation. Here's a full house backfield here for the Thunderbolts. They could run it either way here. Cam is the deep eye back here from the gun. Thompson takes the snap, gives it to Cam off the left side, and he's got the first down and more, breaks a tackle inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line. Interesting formation that time for the Thunderbolts. Boyd now, he's had that ankle problem. Zach Boyd coming out of the ball game right now, Joe. That's not a good sign.
Well, he's been such banged up. And William Milo, the nose tackle that Riston likes from Mesa, had to leave because he lost his lid. But Zach Boyd, those high ankle sprains, they're hard to get healthy if you don't stay off them.
Riston into the ball game to play the tight end formation. Gets this power formation. 3 tight ends in the game. They're all on the left side of the formation. They're going to play action. Thompson rolls left, looks left. Now he'll run it. Puts his head down across the 40, 35, 30. He's got the first down for the Thunderbolts. Good decision making there by Thompson. Patient just as long as he needed to be. He had to wait for that linebacker to commit to the tight end. Then he ran it right up inside him.
Well, he had the tight end, Traven Letlow, coming across, but if he'd unloaded it, he'd have been well short of the first down.
So gain of 14. It's 1st and 10 Thunderwolves at the 30-yard line of the Mavericks. Riston will line up on the right, and now he reverses, comes over to the left side, the tight end. He's out there with Eckhoff and Letlow, the 3 tight ends on the left side. Cameron is the lone back as Thompson's up under center. Long count. Takes the snap, run it left side to Cam. Bounces inside, hurdles his way across the 25. Punishing run inside the 20. He's got another 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. I believe we'll wait a spot along the sideline here.
He was seeking contact on that, and that is a first down.
So it's 1st and 5 now from the 15, I formation. Bernard's in the ball game on this play. And now they'll shift out of the gun, or into the gun. Now they send Duncan in motion to the right side of the formation, trying to get a mismatch over on the edge. And they're going to run the option to the right. Fake the pitch. Here's Thompson. 5, touchdown, Thunderwolves. They run the old-fashioned Oklahoma option right there, and it worked to perfection.
That's what you get when you have Cameron McDonald in the backfield. He draws a lot of attention, although I think Bernard was in the game on that play.
Yes, he was.
Great run by A.J. Thompson. Great drive by the Thunderbolts that started on their own 5.
The old-fashioned option play. Love that. Ball's down. Kick is up by Greg O'Donnell. And it is good. 8:08 to go in the first quarter. Thunderbolts strike first. They lead it 7-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo. So it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line for the Mavericks. Trips to the right. And they give it to Beverly up the middle. A little counterplay. Good run out across the 45. He's close to another first down. Maybe a yard short. Almost like there was a collision in the backfield, but it worked to perfection as they got everybody kind of fouled up, and then he sprung out of there.
This is a dangerous distance for Sean Rubalcaba and the Mesa offense. 2nd and 2. You can take a shot right here. But instead,
they're going to give it right up the middle again, and they're just enough to get the first down out close to midfield. Beverly's pretty good looking back. Got a little bit more size than G.J. Hubbard. Hubbard, smallish, 5'8", 190-pounder. Beverly, a little bit bigger, a little stouter, 200-pounder, and he's out of Columbine. He's got that Columbine thing going with the McDonald brothers.
I think there's a little bit of a rivalry there.
Ruba calling the play at the line of scrimmage. He has Beverly with him right behind him. They go from the pistol this time on 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. And play action. Here comes a late blitz. He sidesteps it, goes down the middle, looks like a duck, but the pass is going to be broken up at the last minute, and a flag comes down. Interference on the Thunderwolves.
That's a good call, too. Darius Williams on the pass interference, but he saved a huge gain.
Burnell Moon was about 5 yards in the clear, but the pass just kind of floated. And that's probably what led to the interference, because the closing speed of the Thunderwolves defensive backs, they got there and they collided with Moon right as the ball got there. Rubalcaba from the gun. He has trips to the right, single wide out left. Thunderwolves faking blitz off the edge. They press the pocket, pass over the middle, caught! First down inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Nice strike that time, right down the middle of the field by Rubalcaba. And it's Vandervelde again on the grab. He's a nice, big, inviting target. Ran a little post pattern. And it's 1st and 10 Mavericks all the way down to the Thunderwolves 17-yard line.
They need to get some pressure on Rubalcaba because he can pick them apart if they...
Here's a blitz off the edge, and Destica just blows up the back. Loss of a yard on the play. Oh, my goodness. A yard loss on the play. Estica, that'll leave a mark.
He was coming.
Talk about being unaccounted for off the edge. He's in the gun. He's got Tan with him on his left hip. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge, and Morgan Fox has got him back at the 21-yard line. Well, Morgan Fox playing with that dislocated elbow, has it in a big brace, but he got off the edge clean. And Rubalcaba, he's strong, but he's not that strong. 38-yard field goal attempt now upcoming from the left hash mark. Place kicker is Ryan Sheehan. Ball's down, kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Mavericks get on the board. 3:14 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves defense comes up with a stand, but the Mavericks get points. It's 7-3 pack. 3:14 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo. 3rd and 3 now from the 15-yard line. Now they shift the tight ends to the left side of the formation. Cam is the lone back. AJ up under center. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure, and they've got it. That could be a safety, but they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Thompson tried to spin out of there, and he is sacked. Very fortunate to avoid the safety. A loss of 14 on the play. And again, Joe, there's where Thompson thinking he can spin out of it, but you just don't realize this defense is pretty quick.
Well, and they sent everyone. Great call by Mesa's defensive staff.
Number 20.
And like you didn't have enough problems in the punt game already.
And Kuda is blocked. And it's inside the 10. It's going to be covered there by Mesa. And they're going to have great field position. As they got through there and blocked it for the Thunderwolves' sake, that would have been better off if it had been a safety. But it came out of the end zone, and now Mesa takes over at their 7-yard line. And here's that bugaboo that John Risson feared coming into this ball game, special teams, and it bites them right here.
It looked to me like he took too long to get that. When you have everybody on top of you, that's a one-step punt. You don't have time to do the laces, and you have to just go.
So now the Mavericks take over at the 7-yard line. The block punt just as good as a turnover, and it gives the Mavericks their offense. They're very opportunistic, and they've got the ultimate short field here. 7-3 our score, 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Thunderwolves lead it, but that lead in severe danger right here. Rubalcaba, now they're going to run the option to the right side. Puts his head down, and he is waxed at the 6-yard line. Looks like he stumbled that time, and that allowed the pursuit to come over. He was thinking about pitching it to David Tan, and now is Rubalcaba all right here.
Number 96, Josh Coy.
He is down on the field, not getting up here. Flat on his back, they're attending to him. You know, I remember this happened to West Texas A&M where they lost their starting quarterback and the reserve guy came in and led them to a victory, and he was great.
West Texas A&M?
Yeah. So we're just wondering if the same thing's going to happen here. But Eric Kaiser into the ball game, 200-pound junior out of Broomfield. He'll open up in the gun. He has Tan with him on his right hip here. Trips to the left. 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Crowd making a lot of noise here at the Thunderbowl. Kaiser looks over the middle, fires to the back of the end zone. One-handed grab. Touchdown! An amazing catch in the back of the end zone for the Mavericks. Marcus Hines, the redshirt freshman, almost looked like a throwaway pass, and he went up with the big left hand and just snared it and got a foot down for the touchdown. So the Mavericks in the lead here late in the first quarter.
It almost like he was throwing the ball away.
Good snap, ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Big turn of events. The Mavericks have taken the lead. They lead it 10-7 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thompson up under center. Crowd pensive here in the Thunderbowl as their team trails. And they fake the draw play. Thompson going to roll right. He's under pursuit. Gets the pass away. Look out! It should be intercepted. And it is. Lazy pass out into the flat, and Mesa has the turnover, and they're going to take over at the 44-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Way too much air under that pass by Thompson.
Well, and he had the underneath receiver, the tight end in the flat. You could have taken 4 or 5 yards. He went for the whole thing, and he just jumped that route. They've seen that play on film. But they hope they get a chance quick. They hope this defense can rise up.
Here we go. 2nd down and 10 from the 44-yard line for the Mavericks. Double wide out left, single wide out right. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Play action. Here comes pressure off the edge. Kaiser steps up in the pocket. Now laterals the ball ahead.
He was beyond the line of scrimmage.
To Beverly, that's got him an illegal forward pass.
That was an illegal forward.
And John Riston now coming up to the head linesman said, hey, that's an illegal forward pass. You can't do that. Nobody saw it, though. So now it's 3rd down and 5. Everybody in the house saw it. The officials just don't realize it.
You can't throw it past the line of scrimmage, even if you shovel past it.
It's almost like it stunned the referees, the officials out there.
Hear the Star Wars theme in the background.
Trips to the left. Now they break out of it. They were all stacked up one on top of another. Now they move more conventional. Fake the draw play. Thompson trying to get around the edge. Puts his head down. He's got the 1st down and more. He's across the 35 out to around the 40-yard line. There you got an example of the speed of A.J. Thompson as he ran away from that linebacker. Looked like he had an angle at him. Looked like he was going to get him, but he reached out and got nothing but air.
What I liked is he made sure he got the 4 they needed for the 1st down first. You know, he that little cutback guaranteed that 4, and then he took off from there. And then, of course, as you like to say, he turtled.
2nd down and 8 now for the Thunderwolves. They break out of this little full house backfield. Thompson bobbles the snap, now regains it. He's running for his life around the right side, and he's going to be thrown for a big loss back inside the 35, all the way to the 34-yard line. Now, fans might be wondering, why didn't Thompson just throw the ball away? Well, because it was a run play all the way, and the linemen were downfield. It would have been an illegal pass. So it's all the way back inside the 35 at the 34-yard line, going to set up 3rd down and 16. Play was fouled up from the beginning when he bobbled the snap.
Yeah, you got to catch that. It's all timing. They're not real happy right now with the offensive line. I can tell. I can see it. And you're punting into the wind.
Good snap. Kuda's got it. Gets the kick away barely. Low end over end rugby style kick. It takes a great Thunderwolves roll inside the 10, inside the 5, down that thing. There they do right at the 1-yard line.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
getting a little nervous there. But they do down it. He waited to the last possible instant and downs it at the 1-yard line. So it turns out golden for the Thunderwolves. We have a timeout on the field. 10:15 to go in the first half. Mesa leads at 10-7 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 3rd and 9 now for the Mavericks. They lead at 10-7, 9:40 to go in the first half. Probably the most adversity the Thunderwolves have faced on their home field since that game with West Georgia in last year's playoffs.
If you're ever going to go get him, play clock down to 6.
Trying to change things up here, down to 2, down to 1. Gets the snap off. Here comes pressure, and they got him for the safety in the back of the end zone. That internal clock, it just didn't go off, and they get the sack.
Morgan Fox, it looked like.
So that changes the complexion of things here.
Well, it helps.
Now the Thunderbolts will get a chance usually get a pretty good return off the free kick here because you don't have all those guys running up the field in a hurry here. You get a little cushion, and if Duncan can catch the ball cleanly here, well, we'll see if they elect to punt it or if they elect to kick it off here. They could do it either way.
Trying to see who came out with it, and it looks like the punter came out.
Number 2, Bernard McDonald.
Boy, they're giving a lot of respect for the punt.
I don't think the Thunderbolts realize it now. They should be moving up. Let's see if the special teams coach down there, that would be John Riston, gets them moving up a little bit here.
He sees him.
Here's the kick, high boot, but it got a chance here. Duncan's going to take it at the 30-yard line, cross the 35. 40, now tries to get outside. He's got something to work with here. 45, 50, cuts back inside, all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Mavericks. It's like Forsgren's into the ball game for the first time. He lines up wide to the right. Cooper wide to the left. Both tight ends are up on the wing. They're going to hand it to Cam. Gets it outside. Tries to turn the corner. Cuts back in across the 35, 30. Up the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Cameron McDonald. And the Thunderbolts back out on top. Another signature run by Cameron McDonald. Much too soon to start chasing the points and go for 2 here, even though a lesser mind might think, hey, why not go for 2 and get it to a 7-point lead? It's too early to be thinking about that. You take the shot at points whenever you get the opportunity this early in the ball game.
That and your special teams are a little bit.
Boy, that was a low or a snap.
But it was
gets
good.
Through there, and the kick is good. The ball was partially blocked. The reason being the snap was slow getting back there. No mustard on it, but it goes through. 8:58 to go in the first half. Thunderbolts back on top, 16-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Well, Dustin Rivas, he's experienced running the football. He likes to get that ball in the returns from that safety or cornerback position. He ran that up there nicely, gets it out to the 30-yard line. So good field position here for the Mavericks to start this drive, but they trail now, 16-10. With their backup quarterback. Let's see what Kaiser can do. Hands it off the right side. Nice opening. Cross the 35, 40, up the sideline. 50, down the sideline, and knocked out of bounds. All the way down inside Thunderbolts territory at the 35-yard line. Great run there by Jonathan Beverly.
That's something you don't see very often against Csu-Pueblo. Poor tackling and a gash run.
Takes the snap, gives it up the middle. Nice run again into the secondary across the 15 down to the 13-yard line. And again, it's Jonathan Beverly.
Looks like Colorado Mesa found something in their line blocking scheme, going up to the line of scrimmage real quick now.
2nd and 6 from the 10-yard line for the Mavericks. Kaiser from the gun. This time gives it to Beverly, cuts it back inside. He's got the 1st and goal down to the 2-yard line.
Number 13, Jonathan Barr.
They're shredding the Thunderbolts in the center of the field right now.
Number 21, LaRon Tarkington.
They come right up to the line of scrimmage, not wasting any time here. It's 1st and goal from the 2. 7:20 to go here in the first half. Thunderbolts lead at 16-10. Student section trying to make some noise down here, but it's kind of half-hearted. As they've seen this Mesa offense run 3 plays to get it all the way down here to the 2-yard line. Here's the snap. Left side into the end zone. Easy money.
That's just too easy, Jim. I don't know what they're doing up front, but it's too easy.
And Jonathan Beverly on the touchdown run for the Mavericks.
That was a pride drive for Mesa.
Well, it started off with an excellent kickoff return by Rivas getting it out to the 30-yard line, and they just shredded the Thunderbolts defense. Here's the extra point try by Sheehan. Low snap, but it's handled. The kick is up, and it is good. Mesa back out on top. 7 minutes to go here. Back and forth we go. In an action-packed first half, Mesa leads at 17-16 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thompson now going to roll the pocket right, trying to buy some time. Here comes late pressure, gets the pass up the sideline, just throws it away. Nobody open up the right side. Thunderbolts have to punt the ball away. And we know how adventurous that can be for the Thunderbolts. Although it's been mixed bag today for the Thunderbolts punting the ball. They had the one blocked for the safety, but then Kuda came up with the remarkable punt on the rugby style and put it all the way down to the 1 yard line, which led to the safety.
In the game, visit smcsports.org for more information.
Don't give him much respect for his leg. The deep receiver only stands at the 40-yard line. That's only 35 yards up the field. Here's a low snap. It's handled. Not a very good punt. He shanked it dead left, and that's going to be great field position for the Mavericks. They're still walking up the sideline all the way to the 46-yard line of the Thunderwolves. So special teams not being the Thunderwolves' friend here today.
Just tells you how valuable a punter and a long snapper are. John Riston, he puts a premium on those positions when he recruits. Tanner Kuda wasn't supposed to punt this year. Ken Kester never made it back, it could have been a special teams MVP last year. And then they brought in this Anthony Zamora-Johnson, who has been, I don't want to say a bust, but he's been hurt so long you can't tell if he's any good or not.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line for the Mavericks, leading at 17-16. They hand it to Beverly out the left side. He makes a nice opening across the 45, across the 40, down to the 38-yard line. They found something with this Jonathan Beverly. He's out of Columbine High School. He's got a little personal score to settle with the Thunderwolves. He's an old friend of the McDonald brothers. He lines up on the left hip now with Kaiser. They give it to him up the middle. He's hit immediately. The ball came out, but it looks like it's still loose. They're scrambling around for it. Thunder will say they have it.
Kevin Cuff says he has it.
No signal as of yet. I thought one of the Mesa linemen got on top of that. Nope, Thunderbolts football. They won the battle at the bottom of the stack. And it's the freshman Payer coming out of there with the fumble recovery. Brandon Payer playing for Rosenbach. So just as soon as you start singing the praises of Jonathan Beverly, coughed it up there. Boyd has been off and on in the game. He's out there. He's got that high ankle sprain. He lines up at the left tight end formation. And they're going to run play action. Pressure off the backside, and Thompson is sacked. Nobody accounted for the blitz off the edge. And then there's a late shot here down at the bottom of the play. They don't throw the flag on Zach Martinez. They very well could have, but good blitz off the edge there for the Mavericks.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mesa is well coached today. They have seen everything, and they are guessing right more times than not defensively.
That was the free safety, Tony White, who came in off the edge, unaccounted for, and knocks Thompson for an 8-yard loss. Kuda to punt it away, rugby style. Angles it left, and again, fair catch. Oh, almost bobbling that ball. He never did catch it. Fortunate there for the Mavericks. The punt was so short, he tried to come up underneath it, couldn't get there in time, and luckily the ball bounced away from him. Joe, that could have been a disaster if it hit and bounced right into him.
Oh, I'm telling you, John Riston was concerned about special teams coming into the game. We see why he was concerned.
3rd and 8. So Kaiser doing a great job there to avoid the big loss. Gives his team a chance here on 3rd down from the gun. Pass down the right side. That should be picked off, and it is. At the 42-yard line. Safety, Joe Jones comes up with the grab.
Yeah, that's like a punt with 1:21 to go. But it looks great in the stats.
Basically just threw that up the sideline, threw it up for grabs. It was just a matter of if Jones could hold on when the receiver came over to blast him. Thompson from the gun, double wide out left this time. Takes the snap. Here comes pressure. They blitz. Pass left side. Down the middle. Caught! Radabaugh down to the 15-yard line. They had 2 go routes that time, Cooper and Radabaugh. Radabaugh was running up the seam on the hash mark. Cooper was wide to the left, and he just threw it down the middle. Now the Thunderbolts will take a timeout with 49 seconds to go. Radabaugh just ran right up underneath that. Timeout on the field. A quick 30-second timeout. Thunderbolts down by 1 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Radabaugh the holder. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. So 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves retake the lead. It's 19-17. Pack on top. Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo. Ball game here. Thunderwolves do get the ball first to start the second half. They're moving right to left as we look at it. The shadows start to creep across the field here. Here's the kick. Duncan's going to take it at the 7-yard line. Across the 15, 20, gets to the outside. He's got a little lane here. 30, 35, 40-yard line. Good field position for the Thunderwolves.
Love the fact that he cut it back instead of running to the sideline.
Duncan now going to split wide to the left. Well, he's got a great cushion here. He could probably throw a quick screen to him. And they look to left side. Ball thrown high, but Duncan makes the grab, gets forward for the first down. Joe, you can just see that. That was an automatic call. When they're 10 yards off of Duncan, you got to take it.
Yeah. You get 12 easy before you even get touched.
The only question was Thompson a little high with that delivery, but Duncan with great hands made the grab. So it's 1st and 10 Thunderwolves at the 44-yard line of the Mavericks. 19-17 our score. Thunderwolves on top. We're 2 minutes into the third quarter.
This is the growth of A.J. Thompson, though. Sometimes he makes great throws like that throw to Radabah in the first half. On the money, perfect. Even the throw to Eckhoff here on this drive was perfect. That one was a little wobbly.
Bernard alone back. Thompson up under center. Going to hand it to Bernard off the left side. And he's got a big hole. 35, 30, down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. No, he stepped out of bounds. I apologize. The lineman comes up the sideline and says he stepped out of the 14-yard line. Great run nonetheless there for Bernard McDonald. I tell you what, Joe, if he stepped out of bounds, it was barely out of bounds. We'll get Tony to let us know there. He's watching the ball game in the control room to let us know if he stepped out or not. But what a great run by Bernard McDonald.
You see that burst of speed. That is Bernard McDonald.
Thompson under center. Bernard's back in the ball game here. Radabah in the slot to the left. 2 tight ends on the right side. 3 tight ends, actually, on their stack. Fake the drop play. Thompson rolls right. He's got all kinds of room. He goes to the back of the end zone with a pass. Touchdown. Boyd on the grab. Extra point upcoming. We'll find out. Ball's down. Kick is up. And O'Donnell's extra point kick is good. 11:18 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 26-17 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Send Vandervelde in motion. Oh, high snap, but it's handled somehow by Kaiser. He runs it, and he is punished. I don't think that was the design call, but Kaiser, it was kind of an emergency play. He somehow stabbed that with the right hand. The running back had already ran by him, and he just ran it up there back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon Bayer pasted him.
Boy, you do not want to make your living right there if you're a quarterback. It's picked up in single coverage by Brian Jones here on the extreme right side. Ball's on the left hash mark. Here comes the blitz from the Thunderwolves. They pick it up, pass over the middle, caught. Across the 40 to the 44-yard line. They picked up that blitz, gave Kaiser just enough time, and he delivers it over the middle, caught by Marcus Hines, who caught the touchdown earlier in the game for the Mavericks. They get a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Going to run it around the right side. Good hard run across midfield, across the 45, down to the 41-yard line. Jonathan Beverly. Or no, that's not Beverly. Beg your pardon. That's the third-string running back, David Tan.
Joseph Jones.
That's his best run of the day by far. Kaiser from the gun, takes the snap. Here comes pressure, gets the pass away, caught for the first down at the 30-yard line. Trying to rip that ball free after the receiver was stood up. Kaiser standing in there, right in the face of immense pressure, gets the pass away, and it's caught for the first down at the 30.
And these receivers are doing a great job going to the exact spot they need and sitting.
Down to 5 on the play clock. They get it off. Going to hand it around the left side, and not much this time for Tan.
Oh, they're going to call Ben Estica for trying to rip his helmet. He was trying to rip the ball away, and he came up with the helmet.
That's going to be the old dead ball personal foul here against the Thunderwolves.
Yep, he went to the face mask.
Kaiser from the gun. Straight drop back. Over the middle to the back of the end zone. It's up in the air.
It's got to be a
incomplete. They say it hit the ground. There was a question. It was almost intercepted. Then there was a chance on the rebound. Their receiver says, hey, I got the football. How come that's not a touchdown? But the ball hit the ground. One of the referees came in and emphatically hit the turf.
And there's no replay. So whatever the guy in the back judge says.
Well, Joe, I saw Esika did a little spin move, and they just kind of reached out and armbarred him to prevent him from getting in there to make the sack. Field goal attempt upcoming. It'll be a 32-yard attempt, ball on the left hash mark. Ryan Sheehan, he's made one today. Kick is up. And it is good. 7:03 to go here in the third quarter. Mavericks get a field goal on their first possession of the third quarter to answer the Thunderwolves' touchdown. 26-20, Pack on top on Fox Sports Pueblo. 2nd and 9. They gave him a yard on that play. He remains in the game here. Thompson up under center. They're going to hand it to Cam off the right side. Nice cut back this time. Got a big lane. 35, 40, 45, 50. Down the sideline. 40, 35. Down to the 31-yard line.
How about big Gary Dixon out in front of him?
And staying up with him. That tells you how fast Dixon is all the way down the field to help his mate up.
And Kieran Duncan maintaining his block 30 yards down the field.
So Bernard in the ball game now. It's 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. They're going to give it to Bernard off the left side. Cuts it back now outside. 25, 20, 15, 10. Outside to the 5, down to the 4-yard line. I think he should have stayed inside that time, Joe. Still a great run.
The law firm of McDonald and McDonald.
And now Bernard comes out. Cam back in.
Is in the house.
Ball will be at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Thunderwolves. O'Malley in there now to play fullback here. It's an I formation. Cam is the I back. Tight formation here. Pitch it left side to Cam. And he's hit, bounces off and into the end zone. Touchdown! He was hit at the 5-yard line, bounced off the tackle and got it to the corner. Now the officials, there's a flag down late, Joe. There's a flag at the 2-yard line. What is this call going to be? Thunderbowl saying touchdown. It might be face mask against the Mavericks. Oh, offside is the call. It's just a weird placement. The line of scrimmage was the 4, and the flag was laying down there at the 1, so you had to wonder what the flag was, but maybe the official just a little off-center with his toss.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 here, Jim.
Well, at this point in the game, 5:20, in my mind, I've always heard it's a little too soon. You want to wait till the 4th quarter, but the Thunderbolts saying, you know what, let's just do it now.
But it's still only 2 scores. It doesn't put you up 3 scores. It only puts you up 2 scores.
So 32-20, Thunderbolts will go for 2 here. Thompson will be in the gun. Cam with him on his left hip. The tight end stack on the right side. I'm going to guess run pass to the right. No, they're going to give it to Cam around the right side. He's going to pass it, and it's incomplete. That was going to be a handoff to Cameron McDonald. He was going to sprint to the edge and then toss it to one of the tight ends in the back of the end zone, but Cam was hit. He got the pass away, but it's incomplete. So the 2-point conversion fails. 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 32-20 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Here's Cam off the right side across the 25, 30, 35, into the secondary across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Well, these Mesa players and the Mesa fans that have made the trip, they're now getting an eyeful of what we've seen all year long is Cameron McDonald starting to take over the ballgame. He'll come out after this play as Bernard's in there, but it's always nice to have Bernard come in right after you've made a big run. 19 yards on that carry for Cam McDonald. Kaiser now. Here comes pressure up the middle, and they flush him from the pocket. Gets the pass away. It's caught, but he'll be short of the first down. Decision time now for the Mavericks. 2 yards short. Ball completed over the middle to Blaine Jackson as Kaiser somehow avoided that pressure. I mean, and Morgan Fox is completing it rightly so. I mean, he's getting held. He was manhandled that time. Should have been a holding flag, but our referee today, they say he's the best in the conference. Tony Bates. Well, Tony Bates is the best in the conference at refusing to throw a flag. The end of the third quarter, 32-20. Thunderwolves lead it back for the fourth quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo. Keep grinding, as we like to say. And he bobbled the snap. It's blocked. And the Thunderwolves have a chance for the scoop. Tony Camp, and he lost it. Now it's picked up. Essica, touchdown Thunderwolves. They never blew it dead, or did they? The line judge is coming in saying the play is dead. I'm not sure as yet, though. Now a flag comes down in the end zone.
For a celebration, I would assume.
Oh, the headline's been saying the play is dead. I thought it was, because Campton picked it up, and then the ball squirted out.
And then there's going to be a personal foul or a...
for the celebration thing, so you're going to lose all that field position. Camden picked it up originally. Then he went down, and the ball squirted loose. Estiga picked it up and took it in.
Rolling on the field, runner was down. After the play, first goal for my contact, number 40, on the return team, 15 yards.
Foul is on Estica, personal foul. He scored the touchdown, but a little French pastry on the end of their celebrating.
They blocked the punt. They said it was down. It's going to go all the way back to the...
That should be the 42-yard line, I believe, or 43-yard line, because it's a 28, so you mark off 15. So Thunderbolt still going to have great field position. Thompson under center here on 2nd and 7. Long count. Play fakes the draw. Sets, fires. He's going a deep corner route, and a ball is caught by Duncan. An amazing one-hand grab at the 19-yard line. Joe, I'll leave that one to you to describe that catch. What a beauty.
Ball was wobbly and high. Kieran Duncan goes up with one hand, shielding the defender with his body, and just scarfs it, and then bounces on the ground. I'm surprised the ground didn't bobble the ball.
All the dignitaries down on the field. 2nd and 8. Thompson up under center. Bernard in the game now to play this one. Stacked to the right with the tight ends. Play action. Thompson now rolls left. Got a man wide open. Caught in the flat by Duncan. Puts his head down. Inside the 10 up the sideline. Steps out of bounds, but it'll be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line for the Thunderwolves. Kieran Duncan putting his stamp on the game here.
2 great catches now on this drive alone.
1st down and goal from the 6 for the Thunderwolves. Bernard the lone back here. Triple tight end set to the right. They're unbalanced that way. They're going to hand it back, cutting back across the grain. Bernard breaks a tackle to the end zone. Touchdown! Oh, and there's some pushing and shoving after the play. A punch is thrown by the Thunderwolves. That's going to be a dead ball personal foul against Csu-Pueblo on Cooper as he took a late shot at somebody right across the chops. He might get ejected for that one.
Why, oh why, oh why?
It's after the touchdown was scored, I believe. I guess I shouldn't jump out of it here.
Touchdown is good. After the play, on the offense, number 17. That is number 17's first unsportsmanlike foul. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
They could have ejected him.
Yeah, it was definitely like a right cross.
They could have ejected him.
And Hecklinski down there is giving him an earful. Now A.J. Thompson. Now that's leadership from your quarterback, Joe, and your redshirt freshman quarterback comes over and just got right in the face of the senior. Here's the kick up, and it's good. In fact, I like it from your quarterback to do that. 12:29 to go here. 4th quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 39-20 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Pass over the middle, too tall. Should be picked off, and it is. Guess who, Joe?
Joe Jones. It took you forever to get one.
Joe Jones, the Fountain Fort Carson product. They're coming in bunches.
It took you forever in his career to get one this year.
Interception to him are like bananas.
They come in bunches.
Play action. Thompson looks down the sideline. He's going for the fullback. Caught! Touchdown, O'Malley! The old wheel route, Joe, that J.B. Matthews made so famous for the Thunderwolves. And that time, O'Malley, just like it said, Joe, wheels out of the backfield, uncovered down the sideline.
Touchdown pass to the fullback.
The Thunderbolts pouring it on here now. They lead it 45-20 with the extra point upcoming. Good snap. Kick is blocked. 10:49 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderbolts lead it 45-20 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 2nd down and 12 from the 23-yard line. Straight drop back by Kaiser. Look at them push the pile. Pass down the middle and he was worried about Joseph Jones coming over to blow him up, and he forgot to catch the football.
And they're just kind of talking to him. Get up. It's okay.
Marcus Hines had a chance for a huge play there, but when it came to the point where he had to try to catch it and pay the price, he decided just to go down and take a knee, Joe.
He turtled. That's the new...
Yeah, he turtled.
That's he turtled. Put his head in his shell.
You know, I'm watching our old buddy, Dale Cresswell, down on the sideline. He was chatting up the TV guy, the white hat. Now he's chatting up some cheerleaders.
Dale.
or managers, whatever they are down there.
You know what's great about Dale? He travels with us sometimes, and he brings good snacks.
Oh, he does. The burritos were a classic last week.
And he buys the expensive beef jerky.
Yeah.
I can't afford that beef jerky.
And Cam up the middle. About a yard back to the 10. I was watching that too, Joe. I was waiting for something else to happen there.
He's just pile driving people. Ty McCulley, Pueblo Central. He's developed into such a good player.
You saw what I saw. He just popped that guy. I was waiting for the defender to come back and take a run back at him. He thought, you know, maybe I better not.
But he looked at him and said,
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, oh.
You're Ty.
Fans that are still here celebrating. We know a lot of you have left when the game got out of hand. You're in your cars on the drive home listening. You should be proud of your Thunderwolves. Another Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference title. Their 5th straight with this victory here today. Victory formation one final time. A.J. Thompson takes the snap, and that will do it. It's the final from the Thunderbowl. The Thunderwolves are your Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference champions. They defeat Colorado Mesa 51-20. Back with our post-game show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
The Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.
Nothing better than hearing Thunderstruck after a Thunderwolves victory as they knock off the Mesa Mavericks. A little more subdued as they make the slow walk to their locker room, do the Mavericks. All that talking, all that jaw-jacking before the game, during the game. Now they're walking away with their tails between their legs, looking at that 5 to 6 hour drive back to Grand Junction. Enjoy it, fellas. Still waiting for Joe Cervi to corral John Riston down on the field for our post-game interview here. Looks like we're going to be a little bit delayed here, as John's going to want to get over right in the middle of the pile here and have a quick little talk. And now it looks like, well, he has escaped out and he's come down and looks like he's about ready to go. And Joe, if you're ready, go ahead.
Well, this has got to sound pretty good. Congratulations on your 5th consecutive Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Championship. Head coach John Riston.
Well, it's not the 5th one yet until we go beat Highlands, and I know what you're saying, but to us, we got to go beat Highlands to have our 5th, and that's what we want.
This started as a slugfest, and you knew it was going to be, and then the second half, it just turned into pack football.
I just think it turned into what we do, and we're trying to be very patient with it. It wasn't always pretty, but I think going in at halftime and having a 2-point lead, I felt good about that whole thing, you know?
Talk a little bit about you like to see the growth of your players. I think that was pretty evident today with A.J. Thompson.
Wow, he came in and played and did a nice job. You know, he threw a pick, but you know, we put the ball in his hands and he scrambled and he scored a touchdown and we ran him a little bit more so how about that as a redshirt freshman coming in and being a part of that? That's special.
And the law firm again, McDonald, 4 touchdowns. They combined for 280 yards or 380 yards or whatever. It was a great game, great running attack again.
Well, I think our offensive line, we kind of figured out what they were doing, and we got numbers to the point, and they were doing a good job of taking some stuff away, and we just had to be patient with it until figured out, and Coach Shaw, Coach Eklinski did a great job.
And finally, the defense, it's a close game in the first half. They're doing some things. They moved the ball on you, and then all of a sudden, that was packed defense in that second half.
Well, they took it over, and our defensive line took it over. You notice that the last couple series where we knew they were going to pass, we just took them right back, and that's pack football.
Congratulations.
Thanks, and go Pack, and could make the 3-hour drive down to Highlands. We're going to need you next week.
All right. Jim, back upstairs.
All right, thanks, Joe. Thanks, head coach John Riston. And John, he's one of those guys, business as usual, does not want to celebrate all the way, even though they are insured the title. But it could be a shared title. He doesn't want to share it. He wants to make it outright, and you got to hand him to it for that, as they want to go down and defeat Highlands next week. Back with our highlights. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.